Hello, and welcome to another episode of SkyrimPlus. Today I'm featuring Darkwater Lodge by Gen Tester. Let's check out the map. Here we are at Darkwater Lodge. We're near Darkwater Pass, Darkwater Crossing, Iverstead, Nilheim, and here we are again at our featured home, Darkwater Lodge. After installation, you can fast travel to the road right by the home, but if you're playing survival mode, travel to Iverstead, walk through town until you get to the bridge by the 7,000 steps, take a ride onto the path next to the river. You'll pass a troll along the way, so watch out. And then right before the water rolls off the cliff, look to the right and you'll see the gate for the property. Let's go check it out. When you arrive, you'll need to purchase the home for 18,000 septims by activating the for sale board on the right. Upon purchase, the sign will turn into the fancy sign you're seeing now, and the key to the gate and the home will be placed in your inventory. The gate can be a little glitchy at times, so make sure to run through when you open it. And now that we've successfully entered the gate, let's check out our new property. I love the amazing pops of color from the plants and trees, and the leaves gently blowing in the wind. I feel one with nature. Underneath our front deck, there's a spot for a horse or two. And right next to their space is a shrine and statue of Talos. There are some stairs that take you up to the front door, but we'll go check out this gated area first. It leads you down to an overlook of these waterfalls, and what an amazing view this gives you. But I also wanted to show you one more area where the stairs lead. If it's a really hot day outside and you want to go for a swim, you can enter the waterfall. I'm not really feeling that risky today though, so I'm going to go ahead and take us on the rest of the tour. There's some canis root to the left in case you want to make a paralysis potion. And now we're back to the front yard. Next, we'll head down this stone path to the right. Look at the butterfly flying around. There's a light for nighttime. Look at these beautiful mountain flowers along the path. To the right, you have a well for some fresh drinking water. And then straight ahead, we have a back deck. It has a table where you can sit out and enjoy the mountain view. There's a brazier for some nighttime lighting. And under the gazebo is a hot tub where you can soak your cares away. This ivy growing along the rails makes the home feel established, and there are 6 hearthfire soils where you can plant whatever you want. There's another lantern, a brazier, and now we can enter our front garden. Look at all of these different plants that you can harvest for your alchemical needs. And speaking of alchemical needs, here are a couple of apiaries for you stamina potion lovers. That's why we have so many bees flying around. Here's a covered eating area where you can wine and dine. Here's a couple of tables for you and your family and your followers to enjoy. There's some lights for nighttime. And then you have your own cooking pot out here too. Oh look, it's Blaze, my son. He's wanting to play a game, but we don't have time for that right now, Blaze. We're on a tour of the home. If you're wondering why he's silent, this was in the 4th era when children were to be seen and not heard. Anyway, check out all of these harvestable ingredients. They sure look nice. And now we're heading into the animal pen. Inside of the animal pen, we have 4 chickens, and they each have nests with harvestable eggs that can be used for alchemy or cooking. And you have 2 cows that can be milked once a day to collect fresh milk and cream. Yum yum. So let the haters call you a milk drinker. Their house is ish compared to your place. Along the back deck, you have 9 more hearthfire soils to plant whatever you'd like. I've planted mine up with some roses from the mod Roses of Remembrance. And check out this view off of the deck. You can see the Sea of Ghosts, Windhelm, the volcanic area of Eastmarch. It's very similar to the balcony view from the last home we visited, Dwemer Manor. Now we'll walk behind the animal pen where we'll find a woodchopping block for your firewood needs. And now that we've seen the yard, we're going to walk up the stairs and move towards the front door. And while we're doing this, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you're enjoying the video. Okay, now we're up the stairs. We're going to check out our front porch where we have some beautiful red flowers, an amazing view of the yard. You can see Allison from Dawnstar enjoying it. It's probably a lot warmer here than it was at his last home. And now we'll meander inside of the home and see what that has to offer. And here we are inside of Darkwater Lodge. As you can see, I've already moved in my kids and followers. To move in your followers, use the mod My Home is Your Home. Just bring them here, start a conversation, select the About Home dialogue, and select This is your new home. When you dismiss them, they'll head here. Check out these cabinets with the cool see-through glass. It's neat to see the decorative items inside. Usually, I'd start the tour in the living room, but today it's easier to start in the kids' room. You can see their toy box, they have 4 beds, chests to store their things, toys, and some really cool paintings. To move them in, you'll need to cast the Bless This Home spell from the Hearthfire Multiple Adoptions mod. Now that we've seen the kids' room, let's head back to the main living space and work our way around. We're passing the front door to our right, and then to the right of the front door you have some windows that show the daytime lighting, some cool curtains, a bench, a shrine of Arkay, a globe, a display case, some custom furniture, and check out the animals, shields, tapestries, and paintings along the walls to show off your vaulted ceilings. You have a cozy fireplace and some couches, which I know will divide some of you, but this is a really neat home, so give it a chance. There's an albino dragon painting, more custom furniture, including this elegant dining room table for your family meals, and check out those see-through windows. You have a yard in the same cell, which I think you're going to love. There's the door to the yard that one of my followers left open, and now we're entering a crafting room / kitchen. Starting in the corner, there's a raven statue and some strong boxes. You have an arcane enchanter, more windows, a brightly lit lamp similar to the ones found in White River Cottage, one of the mod author's other homes. There's a sink with activatable water, an oven and cooking pot for your cooking needs, storage for your food, a corner pantry, a spot for your dishes, and here's a well-decorated alchemy lab with cabinets below to store your potions and ingredients. Now that we've seen all of the spaces on the main floor, let's head upstairs. At the top of the stairs, we find an office suite for you to handle your business. It's got a really exotic looking plant. And then you have a balcony. It gives you a great view of your tapestries and wall decorations, and you can take a peek off of the ledge to see how your kids and followers are behaving. Mainly, I just have to keep an eye on Inigo. He's always into something he shouldn't be. Now that we've seen the balcony, let's head into our master bedroom. This is the perfect place for you and your spouse to enjoy some time together. Let's start in the corner and work our way around. In the corner, you have a mannequin to display some of your favorite armor. You have several bookshelves with decorations on top. There are some bookcases in the corner. There's a double bed for you and your spouse. It gives you a well-rested bonus. A custom chest in front for you and your spouse. And here's a painting of a fantasy land, and under that is a statue of Debella and a mirror. It's not a change appearance mirror, but it sure does look neat. Here's some more custom furniture. Here are some spare pillows and a violin on your bookshelf. You have a fancy chair, some candle lighting, and another one of those see-through windows. I love the see-through windows in this home. I wish all homes had those. Now that we've seen the contents of the main home, we're going to head out these doors and check out our backyard. It has a tropical feel. Here's a chessboard with an exotic plant, and check out your cool waterfall feature. As we turn, we find 6 more hearthfire soils so you can plant whatever you want, and now you can see inside of the home's windows. There's a bench for you and your followers to sit, the back door, and 3 more hearthfire soils to plant whatever your heart desires. As we head down the stairs, we find a grain mill so you can make some flour. You've got kind of a cobblestone road, and then you've got an outhouse and a sink with some running water to wash your hands when you're done. Please do. There's another view of our back deck, some more tropical plants and some tundra cotton, and check out that gorgeous pink tree. Ooh. This greenery is an oasis away from the snow. You can see the follower's house in the distance. We'll go see that in just a moment. But first, here's another wood chopping block for your firewood needs, and a tanning rack right behind that. And not only do you have a tanning rack, you have a full smithing suite. To the left, you have a couple of chests to store your smithing items. Here's a forge and anvil along with some water. Here's your grindstone and your smelter. And as we turn, we find a workbench to complete our suite. So this home offers all of the vanilla crafting stations besides those offered by the DLCs. You also have a training dummy to hone your combat skills, and a picnic table to enjoy a meal out by the waterfall, and of course this beautiful tree. Next to the stairs of the follower's house, you have 3 more hearthfire soils. Now, let's head up those stairs and check out the follower's house. Inside, you have 4 beds for them to catch a good night's sleep. They're on top of some custom rugs, there are some custom curtains, and in the corner you have some more of those cool see-through windows, a chair, and a dresser to store their things. In the far corner, they have their own cooking pot to cook their own meals. You have some mead, some spare blankets and pillows, a painting that looks like it's the Sea of Ghosts, and some lavender to help them sleep, and they have their very own dining table. Now that we've seen the followers' quarters, let's go check out the rest of our yard. Alongside of the followers' quarters, we have some more tropical plants, a well for some fresh drinking water, and a couple of benches to sit out and enjoy this greenery. Next, we have a swimming hole at the base of our waterfall. Both the swimming hole and the hot tub from the front yard act as Frostfall heat sources. And here's a better view of the waterfall. We can take these stairs to walk down to a deck. There's a dresser for followers to store some clothes while they go swimming. You have some beautiful lily pads in your swimming hole, and you can see some embers in the water, hence the heat source. What a well-designed space. Now I'm going to show you a path to a bridge that you can take by this weeping willow to return to the back doors of the home. And we find more tropical plants alongside the bridge as we cross and find our way to the back deck. Now that we've seen all of the features of this home, it's time for final thoughts. Darkwater Lodge is a cozy, colorful home on the edge of the rift. The home cost 18,000 septims but offers million septim views. The yard offers a stable for your horse, a shrine of Talos, a walkway to a waterfall, 30 fertile soils to plant whatever you want, an outdoor eating area with its own cooking pot, an animal pen containing cows you can milk, and chickens with eggs you can harvest. There's a couple of apiaries, a wood chopping block for your firewood needs, and a hot tub to soak your cares away. Inside, there's a double bed for you and your spouse that grants a well-rested bonus. Beds for 4 kids. A kitchen with an oven and a cooking pot. An alchemy lab. An arcane enchanter. A shrine of Arkay. See-through windows. And vaulted ceilings and amazing wall decor. In the backyard, you have quarters for your followers. They have 4 beds. And a cooking pot for their needs. There's also a grain mill, an outhouse and sink, another wood chopping block, a training dummy for your combat skills, a full smithing suite, and an amazing waterfall and swimming hole. If you're looking for a break from the snow, Darkwater Lodge could be the home for you. This concludes my feature of Darkwater Lodge. If you enjoyed this content and want to see more, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Click the bell icon if you want to be notified of when I post. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next episode.